Hey guys, AMD here, just coming in with a quick video about my home network. What you're looking here is basically the whole backbone of my network. Right here, the farthest one down is a Dell PowerVault 725N. This has a 2.8 GHz Pentium floor, running at 2.6 GHz because of BIOS. There are 4 hard drives currently installed in it. They're all 7200 RPM. Seagate IDE drives, IDE revision 1500, I believe, or not 1500, 150, I believe. No, I'm not quite sure. I'll get back on that in the description. I'm using the 2 onboard network NICs. These are running at 100 megs a second, full duplex. It's limited to 100 megs a second because of my router. This is my switch, which is a Catalyst 3550 or 3550, unmanaged with auto uplink. These connections over here, this one right here runs to the other room, which is my computer and which I use Netflix. These two run to the D-rack, and then the other one runs to for the Minecraft server FTPs that I host. I host Minecraft servers up on this one. I'll get to this one, but I host Minecraft servers, and one of these connections is the private network dedicated to the FTP. This one just runs straight to the TeamSpeak server that I have set up for these said Minecraft servers. This is the uplink, the farthest one here, which you can see. And these 2 yellow ones are running to this, the NAS here. These 2 blue here, these are what the servers use. They're all running at 100 megs a second, full duplex. It's not a bad switch. I bought it used at a local flea market. It's kind of damaged up in here, but I'm not too worried about it. They still work just fine. And then up here, this is the big guy. This is a Dell PowerEdge 2970 with dual 2.2 GHz AMD processors, Opterons to be exact. They are 64-bit, and currently there's 14 gigs on it to host all these servers I have. There's one 400 gig SAS drive by Seagate, 10,000 RPM. This is the main OS drive, and then where the servers are held, then a 500 gig Western Digital, which is kind of on and off. It's really been getting on my nerves. It likes to drop out of the RAID array. They're set up on their own RAID 1 configurations, RAID 0 configurations. This has read ahead enabled. This one has nothing. This is just all factory defaults. This one likes to, under severe activity, likes to drop. This one was VRAM and backups for servers, like backups, my local backups, kind of like a hot spare. This is a 500 gig Western Digital, 7200 RPM, SATA II revision. That's why I couldn't group these 2 together. They aren't alike. This one's SAS and then this one's SATA. Can't quite mix them, plus they're 2 different speeds. These processors, as I said, are 2.2 GHz. This is the, I believe, the midline you can get for this series. I believe you can get up to a 3 GHz processor with the AMD Opterons. I'm not quite exactly sure of the exact processor number, but this is the Minecraft server hosting right here. This is just everything that deals with Minecraft. This one down here is my personal storage, like my music, all my documents. All my computers run Windows 7 Ultimate that I bought a while ago when they were still selling Windows 7 Ultimate at Walmart. Picked myself up a few copies of it back then. Now it's like next to impossible to find unless you want to go on eBay or Amazon. But I got lucky. I picked them up fairly cheap. I believe the 100 to 200 range. I'm not quite sure. I can get that back in the description. This switch only cost me about 10 bucks at the local flea market. It's not a bad switch. It's 10, 100, 1000. but as I said, everything's limited to 100 megs a second because of my router, but I'll get to that. And then up here in the distance, which you can't see, is the network printer for the whole household, for my father and stepmother to use. They can print out to this and everything instead of using my personal one, because that one has low color ink and they tend to print colored images like receipts and stuff from online and everything. So when it comes out in color, this has the most color in it. This is an HP DeskJet 1055E, I believe. I'm not quite sure. That is run through the NAS here. Okay, so this is the router. This is a Netgear WNR 2000 version 2, I believe, aka the Netgear N600. Wireless speeds up to 802.11n up to 600 megs a second, hence why it's called the N600. Currently I got 3 devices plugged into it. One being technically 4, one being coming from the modem to the router. I haven't quite configured my NAS to be the DHCP server yet, so this is the router for now. This one is the uplink to the switch, and then this one runs out to my computer, which is off to my right here. Then this 4th one is my DVR for the cameras around the house. We have a problem with theft around the neighborhood, so I've had 3 bikes stolen since I've moved here. So that's so I can view my cameras across the network using the program they came with. It's not a bad router. I really like it. I upgraded from the... Actually, this ended up dying, but I have the WNR 1000 or the N150. This actually died on me one day. My father was on YouTube, and he was trying to watch a video, and it just quit. He said it was working up until about 10 minutes. 10 minutes before I woke up, which was about 10 o'clock in the morning. It's been running for about 4 years now. I bought this a while ago when I first got my iPod, which I no longer have, but this has been running for about 4 years, so it's just about that time. But this was a fairly good router. Wasn't quite the fastest, so it's a big step up from. That's a big step up from this. And the M150, this one treated me pretty well. The issues I was having with it was just one day it said I wasn't attached to the internet. It was hooked into the modem and everything, and I kind of expected that my modem was acting up, so I plugged the modem directly into my computer and it worked just fine. Then I hooked it back into here, tried doing everything I could possibly do to get it to work, and it just wouldn't work, so I just gave up on it, and ended up asking my friend. He upgraded to the Netgear Nighthawk, because he's a big time gamer, plus he's got a bigger family than I do, so he needed that extra little bit of performance, and he had this laying around, so I asked him if I can get a hold of it, and he said yeah, sure. So he came down, we installed this and got it running, and everybody was back on the network. As far as this goes, I'd recommend it to anybody. It's fairly decent if you have a small household and everything. This originally was just used for my iPod and my computer. That was the only network devices I had on at the current time, which was my computer and my iPod, which was ran through the wireless. Now, obviously, I have a laptop, multiple phones, and the laptop I just mentioned, and a wireless printer, which is off to my right. So I ended up needing something a little bit more powerful, and that's it. But I definitely recommend if you got a bigger household, anywhere between, I'd say, I have 14 devices technically connected to this right now, most of them being multiple connections to those servers. I'd recommend it for that because it's phenomenal. This one couldn't quite handle it. As I said, it just died. So that's Honeyman113 here, and I'll get back to you guys in another video.